Welcome back to this portion of training to use the DCam software. Before we can start capturing images, we need a place for them to be kept. Projects, listings, and folders help keep captured images organized. In this video, we will learn about the Folders window, see what actions can be made to a folder, and how to create a new folder. There are a few things to know about the Folders window, but let's first see how to get to it. From the home page, click on the Manage Projects, Listings, and Folders in the Folders section. You can achieve the same result by clicking on the Folders button in the right-hand portion of the menu bar. When clicking either of those, you will be brought to the Folders window, which you can see here. This area lists your projects. These projects will be given to you from headquarters. This is the area for listings. Listings should be pre-made by headquarters. If you feel there is a missing listing, talk to your supervisor. This is the area for folders. You will be making folders and adding data to them based on the documents you are capturing. We can think of a project as a filing cabinet. They have several drawers. Each drawer can be compared to a listing. Several listings or drawers can make up a project. And like a filing cabinet drawer, it contains files. A file can be compared to a folder. A folder holds the captured images of documents. The folders help break up a larger listing into manageable sizes. Captured images are sent to headquarters as folders. Do not be afraid of making new folders. It is something you will learn as you will be making new folders each day. Each folder will go through a few stages before they are shipped to headquarters. In the Folders area of the Folders window, we can see all the available folders. When we click on a folder, we can see what can be done with the folder here on the left side of the Folders area. We can do things such as capture more images for the folder, view the current images in the folder, close a current open folder, open a closed folder, and see what folders are ready to be transferred to the external hard drive. The option at the top of this list is Create, to make a new folder. We will cover creating a new folder in the next section of this video. This column shows the status of each folder. The folders are color-coded to help identify them. Open folders can show up as more than one color. As we see here, there are some open folders that are red and some that are blue. The red ones signify that there are images within the folder that have been flagged by DCam or by a user. The blue ones signify that there are images in the folder that have not been evaluated, and currently there are no flagged images. Both color of open files need to be evaluated before they are closed and loaded onto the hard drive. Evaluated folders are ready to be transferred, but you may still be adding images to them as well. If an evaluated folder is ready to be transferred, you can select the folder and click Close. This will cause the folder to show up yellow in the status column and in the hard drive section of the footer bar. If you made the mistake of closing a folder, you can undo it by selecting the folder and then clicking Reopen. Now let's see how to create a new folder. Make sure the correct project is selected from the Projects area. Projects will always be created by headquarters. After selecting the proper project, you will then select the appropriate listing. Listings should also be created by headquarters. If the listing is not shown, contact your field supervisor. It may be that Family Search doesn't yet have a contract to capture those particular documents, or a new listing needs to be made before they can be captured. Do not use an incorrect listing. When you have the correct listing selected, click Create to create a new folder. The Use Information from folder will be left blank unless you are going to be using information from a previously captured folder within the listing. It will be available in the drop-down tab. Even when using information from a previously captured folder, you should look at these next steps and make the necessary adjustments. Record title should be the record type. If the locality is put in here, it needs to be removed. This should be what type of documents are being captured. Volume designation should never have dates in it, even if that is the way the archive does it. Write VOL and then the number. If there is specifically not supposed to be a volume number, write none, though that would be out of the norm. Dates should reflect the range of dates of the documents that are being captured. Verify this is the case by looking at the set of documents and change the dates if they aren't correct. Then click the "These dates are confirmed to be correct" box. Enter the archive reference number. If the archive doesn't have an archive reference number, click on the "Automatically generate the archive reference number" box to create a reference number for it. Locality information might automatically be filled based on the project you have been working on. However, it is important to verify the information is correct and change it if the documents are from a different location. The content fields should have pre-populated options from Family Search. If there is a brown line around one of the fields in this section, it means that something needs to be entered. Since these are to be pre-populated, this shouldn't occur, but if it does, you have to enter something that best represents what you are entering. You have to get rid of brown fields to be able to save and continue. The language area should have pre-populated options from Family Search. The primary language should be the primary language found in the documents. Additional languages found in the documents, besides names, will be added to the additional selected languages. You will list these by selecting the languages in the additional available languages box and clicking the arrow button and add them to the additional selected languages box. If a language is in the additional selected languages box that shouldn't be there, select it and click the arrow button pointing back to the additional available languages list. The record description fields should be pre-populated. In the other information area, you are likely to use the image tags, which give information about the condition of the documents. The condition of the document, or the type of material it is recorded on, might affect the image. The waypoint categories should be covered in another video, but if you have questions about waypoints, ask your field supervisor. Folder comments give additional information in regard to patron experience. For example, if you are capturing records from a book and several of the pages are missing, you would want to record that here. Also, if several of the pages are blank, you will want to note that those images weren't captured. This way, a patron using Family Search will know why some pages weren't captured. Basically, if a patron would have a question about the documents, and it's not covered in the image tags area, list it here. When done, click Save and Capture to continue. At that point, you can capture or calibrate your camera if needed. That finishes up this video. Please take a look at the other DCam training videos. See you then!